Last week was wild. Now I haven't talked about this much, but I have noticed a significant increase in activity in the game, and my friends also noticed that. They basically brought up the topic, and I looked back at not at any log, but I basically looked back and compared the activity that we used to have in December or even November and the activity now, and there is honestly a interesting increase. It is slowly going up, which is obviously a good thing. Means that we'll have a lot more ships to shoot at, and of course, I'm glad to see players enjoying the game as much as I do. And today we are going to be doing some combat as usual, and I think I do have some nice. Well, I hope that there are some nice targets. First target for today will be a Raven Navy, and I am in the good old chunk Tempest. I do have a long-term goal to build a Raven Navy. I say long-term goal. It depends when I buy the ship. I know that the price on everything is kind of weird. Oh, and look, my game is bugged. Look at the ship's velocity and look at my ship. My ship is stationary, even though I am technically moving towards the Navy. Now this Raven seems to have the Thermo 2 nanocore, which is one of the better DPS nanocores out there. But this Raven seems to be sleepy. Okay, well that's a good thing. Now, Raven navies, or should I say Navy battleships in general, can be nasty. When I say nasty, they can have some disgusting DPS, and at the same time, they also can be stupidly tanky. One such example of a stupid tank is my Tempest. Obviously, this thing is chonked through the roof, and in a 1v1 there isn't a lot of ships that can destroy this Tempest in a short amount of time. It does win a 1v1 versus most glass DPS ships. The only ship that can be problematic for this Tempest is a Balgorn, because the Balgorn turns off your tank. But everything else is honestly not a big problem. It can 1v1 other ships with ease. It's kind of how I imagined that this ship would work, and it does work about the same way as I imagined that it would. One thing that I don't like about this ship is the siege mode. And the siege mode isn't really... Well, it's useful when the target is webbed, but if the target isn't webbed, you are not going to hit anything. But it does have some very good alpha, and it definitely does slap, and there we go. The Raven Navy has been destroyed. Well, that was a potentially very good kill. I mean, it's a Navy. They have a very juicy price tag, so always nice when you do destroy a Navy. And we have a 21.4 billion ISK Raven. Ouch. Well, does look like a PvE build. So look at that was a B-type laser there. And they did have a lot of stuff in the cargo hold. Did look like a cargo Raven, which is kind of funny. Well, now we saw a cargo Raven. I don't know if I had a chance to see one before, but now with it. Let's go to the next targets. And someone asked me, I think last time, someone asked me to do a build on a Dominix. Now I did not forget, don't worry. I did not forget to do that. I also remember you guys telling me to go and revisit the versatile assault ships. I will do that. It's planned. I'm just waiting for enough time to have to, you know, enough time to have to record like 5 or 6 videos in one day and then upload that. At the moment, I'm basically recording this late at night, as I usually do, since I became quite busy during the day. So only I have most free time very late, and that's when I usually record. Now here I'm actually trying to chase down a Caracal Navy. And yes, I
Warp
do
drive
love to
active.
fly my Mauler. This Mauler is ridiculously cheap. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what modules I have. I don't know the exact modules that I have. I know the only thing that's remotely, I guess, close to a normal build are the armor repairs. Since I value the tank over DPS on this ship, and so far, this build's been really good for a Mauler.
Warp drive active.
Dual medium armor repairs and a large capacitor battery means that this tank is the capacitor on this thing is really good. If only the mother had a third medium slot, it would be used for an Nosferatu or a second scrambler, but I do like the large battery built on this ship. It works really good, it does last very long, and
Warp drive
it
active.
does have some very nice resistance on it. I mean, it's a mother, the tankiest low tier cruiser in the game. I also thought about using missiles to build a troll mauler. I'm planning to do that. A troll mauler built with missiles would be much easier on a capacitor. Missiles don't use capacitor. Would be a very cursed build,
Warp
but
drive active.
I would have a blast using it. It's silly, but it's one of the builds that I like to experiment around with. Oh, there is the Caracal. Alrighty then, let's approach. Oh, I forgot to use a micro warp. Oh, I didn't. Okay, perfect. Let's approach. Let's approach. Approach. But the Caracal warped out, and they went straight to the gate. Oh well, I missed the Caracal. It happens. Well, maybe if maybe if I did have a different warping, maybe, but yeah, it happens. Sometimes
Warp
you
drive
catch
active.
ships, sometimes you don't, and honestly, it's fine by me. Let's go to the next target. I am jumping in the cells, and then I'll be going to the target, which is I think it's a
Undocking.
Harvey. Yeah, I think it's a Harvey. I'm having a deja vu moment right now. It feels like I've already said this before. Maybe I did. Well, I actually did do that 1,000 times. I had 1,000 hurricanes so far. Alright, let's go to the Hurricane. Orbit 25. Approach
drive active.
is 24, 22. The long orbit is sometimes it messes up. The approach can be lower, but that's usually the... Oh, my friend already. Oh, nice, an Ortus, beautiful. Yeah, now I remember my chat didn't work, so my friend was already here. Wait a second, why is my ship not approaching? That's a very weird approach, not gonna lie. It's a very weird approach that this... Well, or... I don't actually know what happened here. That did feel like a very fast hurricane, not gonna lie. That did feel like a fast hurricane.
Warp drive active.
That was interesting. Well, that was a good kill, good catch. I feel like my ship didn't... I feel like my ship did not respond to my inputs. Did feel like the ship did something there. Or maybe I just messed up some commands, I don't know. Let's take a look at kill. 329 million, not bad. Well, not a too bad build, it can pass. It can pass. Let's dock and let me fix my my
Warp drive
chat. My
active.
chat doesn't work. Usually, I mean, I have like two other games in the background. When I record one game, I record two other games, and I keep the EV in the background since this device is really good when it comes to how it handles background tasks. So it just keeps the game running, and
Docking request
the only thing that
accepted.
glitches out is the chat. Basically, the chat's the only thing that starts working weirdly after I put the game from background to foreground. Let's go to the next target. We have a Vexor and we have a Mauler. Well, solo yeet it is.
Warp drive active.
I'll set approach to 4-5 kilometers, orbit 5 kilometers. This thing can do. That's actually a lot of neutrals. Not gonna lie, it's a lot of traffic there in local. A lot of traffic in the system. Okay, there we have a Mauler and a Vexor. They're far away though. That kind of sucks. Well, hopefully they do decide to engage. Let's see. I'm completely alone at the moment. I'll try to go after the Mauler. The Mauler is the more expensive ship, but the Vexor also warped out. Well, the Vexor left the Mauler to die, I guess. Let's see. They are using pulse lasers, I see. Yeah, purple lasers or pulse lasers. And the Mauler also warped out. Alright, fair enough. Let's see, next target. We have a Stabber. I'll go to the Stabber next, since why not? Mauler versus Stabber. I'm betting on the Mauler, since the Stabber can't really break the tank with this thing.
Warp drive active.
It's this thing is a brick. Not brick, but it's still chunky. A chunky little cruiser. Probably one of the ships that I really enjoy flying. Oh, also a bad warping. Oh my god. Luck is not on my side today. 36 kilometers, and the Stabber is definitely faster than the Mauler. But I'll try to approach. Oh, that looks like a bling one. They are using a faction drone. That means we are maybe looking at a very expensive Stabber. Well, in any case, we will find out very soon. Hopefully. Or maybe not. We will see. Maybe not. I'll try to intercept. They are not warping away, which is kind of suspicious. A little bit sus that they're not warping, but it's a cheap Mauler. If it's a cheap Mauler, if I get jumped, I get jumped. I don't care. Well, and scrambled, wet, and now we are playing. Let's see. That does feel like a tanky one. That does feel like a tanky Stabber. Does seem to be a shield tank. Okay, it is expected to be a shield tank. But of course, it stabs. I wonder how many stabs do we have on that Stabber. Let me quickly check the previous mission. Maybe we
Warp drive
have
active.
some ships there, or maybe not. We will find out very soon if we have company or not. But let's see. Well, okay, it's empty. So, what am I going to do here? Well, I have two options. I can change my ship or change build. That Stabber seems to be a expensive one. So for that Stabber, I think I might take the Stratius out, or I might take the cells out, since a faction drone is already a sign that we are maybe looking at a 1+ billion East ship, and could be funny to have a very expensive Stabber kill. So
Warp drive
I will see what I'll do here, but that Stabber, hopefully they return. I would love to see what build they have on that ship. It smells expensive. It really does smell expensive. And you know me, I have a very good smell when it comes to expensive ships. I can smell them across the galaxy, and
Docking request accepted.
I smell expensive. I really do. Okay, so let me think for a moment what I have to do here. So, did go with a with a Stratus. My friend is nearby in a Astra. Now, this stabber is moving. They are not close to 0 as they
Warp
used to
drive
be.
active.
They did warp to the station. I'll just quickly change my warping to about 50 kilometers. But they're not exactly 50 kilometers away from the center. They're moving a bit left, a bit right. There is no exact warping for this ship at the moment. But I'll do my best. I have a very big advantage of being cloaked, so I can intercept them and slowly approach
Warp
cloaked
drive
and then
active.
tackle when close to the stabber. A stabber isn't really a big threat to any of my ships at the moment. Even a PvP stabber, I can yeet that in a couple seconds basically. A tanky one will take longer, but stabbers aren't a threat anymore. And they're using this stabber to run a high tier mission, which is impressive. But I'll slowly approach. Let me just set my drone orbit and ship approach. Approaching to orbit 3-4 kilometers for the drones. I'll orbit at 0. Now, it is obvious that this stabber has at least four stabs. We have a total of, I think, 16 points. 4 of my points. My friend also has 12. 4 of my points and my friend has 12. That's a total of 16 points. Okay. So we are slowly approaching. My friend is obviously faster. The Astra's speed is definitely much greater than the speed of the Stratus, but we are still lurking nearby, waiting just to be close to web them. Basically, I have the webs, my friend has the points. That's how we kind of assigned our roles in this case here. We have webs to slow the stabber down so we can apply our damage more, and my friend has points so that the stabber can't warp. I love teamwork, and we sure do have a very good teamwork going on so far. We've destroyed so many ships, and we had so much fun, and we still have a lot of fun. That's the most important part, having fun playing the game. Anyway, getting ready to engage the stabber. 17 kilometers and approaching. And stabber is definitely a fast one, definitely a very, very fast cruiser. So, and does look like they have a nanocore, just not really sure which one. Okay, 13 kilometers, we are nearing. Let's tackle. Webbing, orbiting A0, focusing far, web scrambled, drones are out. Oh my god, I'm clicking fast. You know, I don't really feel like I click fast on the screen, but when I look at the footage, when I actually realize how fast I click the buttons, sometimes I'm kind of impressed. Every single tab here was me clicking once, and I click a couple times in a second, based on what I'm seeing here. Adrenaline is definitely a very big boost in. Ooh, nice. We are looking at something expensive. Oh my god, that was a plain one. That's one expensive stabber. That's beautiful. That's a good catch. One of the more expensive stabbers that I've seen. 1.2 billion. Beautiful. Unfortunately, did not get the drone, but we got 2 very expensive Nosferatus, which is still a good catch. Now let me see what our buddies are doing over there in that mission,
Warp
the
drive
Mahler and the
active.
Dexter. I might just go and yeet the Stratus at them, but I kind of feel, it does feel a bit overkill to use a Stratus for these 2 ships. Yeah, they're back. Okay, they're back. Well, I don't think I'll use the Stratus for these 2 ships. I feel bad using the Stratus for a Mahler, so I'll I'll give them a fighting chance, and I'll definitely take a Mauler again, and I'll just try to catch them. But yeah, I'm not going to eat a status. It's overkill for a trainer and for a Mauler. I like to... If I'm fighting a low tier ship, I'm using a low tier ship nowadays. Unless, of course, I spell expensive, and if I see expensive drones, you can expect a big boat to come after me. So, yeah, but in this case, I will take a low tier ship and engage these two ships with a low tier ship. It's much more
Warp
fun,
drive
honestly.
active.
Low tier ship versus low tier ship is much more fun than a high tier ship versus a high tier ship. Well, something funny just happened. The Vexor trainer is now a worm, and that does change things a lot. Now, with a worm on the grid, it kind of does justify to take a Stratius for that. I love to shoot faction frigates with Stratius. It's such an evil ship. It can immediately lock upon the cloaking, and there is little to nothing that the target can do, since the severe tick of 2 seconds plays a big role in the response time. They can see me, but by the time they see me, they're already
Warp
tackled and
drive
scrambled.
active.
So the target, the primary target in this case, is the worm, and the secondary target, if we catch the secondary target, will be the Mauler. But of course, the worm is the more expensive ship, and the worm will, of course, have the priority in being the primary target. There is the worm. That's going to be our target. Have to be careful not to get the cloak by the drones. That was a good warping as well, very close for 14 kilometers. I forgot to use a micro warp drift, but my afterburner will still get the job done, so I'm not really worried about that. 15 kilometers. I'll try to intercept. I'm changing my moving trajectory so I can get close to the worm. I want to tackle when they're very close so I can ensure that I web them down. It's important to web the target down. Alright, let's go. Focusing fire, orbiting at 0. Focus fire at the worm. Okay, focus fire. Weapon scrambled. Worm has been destroyed. Let's orbit the Mauler next. And yeah, the Mauler escaped. Oh well. Oh well, that was a good worm kill. Let's warp out. I was only 1 kilometer away from the Mauler. Could have, if I had the micro warp drift, I would be able to catch the Mauler. But unfortunately, I forgot to use the micro warp drift. I forgot to equip that, and the Mauler warped out. But if only I had the micro warp drift, we would have killed the Mauler and the worm. But honestly, not going to complain. We did catch the more expensive ship, so in the end, the more expensive ship is what matters. And now let me warp out.
Warp drive active.
I'm interested to see the build on the worm. Let me align to a point in space, just in case. Always be moving. Never stay stationary anywhere, just always move. 351 million is not bad. A damage control, it does kind of look like a unfinished PvP build. That's interesting. Did look like an unfinished PvP build, honestly. Oh well, good catch, good kill. Now, let's see if the Mauler is back. I did reship, I changed my ships, and I decided to go with the Mauler back. The Mauler changed to a beam build, now they're long range. I'm still close range build, so I'm hoping that they'll be at about 30-40 kilometers. That's about the distance that I'm warping in. And there they are, there is the Vexor and there is the Mauler. I actually nailed the warping there. Okay, Mauler scrambled and webbed. I'll approach to 6 kilometers. Where is the Vexor? I think the Vexor left the Mother to die. Oh no. Oh no, the Vexor warped out. They left their body to die. Did I just see the Mother boost shield? Oh no, we might have one of those. Oh, might be a shield boost Mother. Oh no. Oh no, that's not looking good. That does not look
We're
good like a
under
good build to
attack.
me. Well, let's warp out.
We're under attack.
In the end, we managed to catch both ships. Well, I mean
Warp
both ships.
drive
I did not
active.
catch the Vexor, but I got the Mother, and we caught the worm earlier, which is a better kill than the Vexor. So can't complain. Honestly, was a good catch in the end. And let me align. Actually, let me dock. Let me dock, because why not? I have a War
Warp
Thunder
drive
game in the
active.
background rolling, so I have to go back to that real quick. It's funny because in the background I have like again 2 more games running, and this phone just runs everything. It's a monster. Very good that I decided to buy this thing. A very good decision. A very good
Docking
decision.
request accepted.
Okay. Now, next target we have a incoming Aster. I did something quite funny, and I took one of my sales ships out and went with it to null. Do plan to run around with it and try to catch some ships. There's the Aster. I was a very I'm actually quite close to it. Beautiful. Battle mode engaged. Barrage engaged. Ooh, that was a nasty slap. 2 hits and a Astra got sent to Yita. I really like this thing. It's fast. The stealth is ridiculously fast, and the battle mode is insane. It's such a evil ship. That's an expensive one, 2.3 billion, but the loot fairy said no. Oh my god. You know, that Astra was lucky that they did not drop anything. Could have been a 3 billion ISK loot drop, but no. We got nothing, because the loot fairy said no. Next, we have a prophecy. This prophecy looks awesome. That's why I included this ship today, because I love the nanocore. I love to look at the illusionary ghost nanocores, because they gave them away for free. They're very awesome cores, very good stats, and they look awesome. So now when I blow up a ship, I can enjoy looking at it, because that prophecy, honestly, that prophecy looked awesome. Beautiful hull, beautiful camouflage, honestly. The color pattern was awesome. One thing that wasn't awesome though is the build on this ship. A hybrid tank prophecy. Isn't that lovely? And
Undocking.
the next, I think that this is gonna be the last kill for today. Venture on venture, because why not? I always have a laugh when I do something like this. It is funny to just yeet a venture at something, and I mean,
Warp drive
it
active.
is still, it's so funny. And that reminded me on something. I will do something even more hilarious in the next couple upcoming days. Good thing I reminded myself right now about that. I'm not going to say what I'm about to do, but it's going to be hilarious. It's going to be stupid. It's going to be stupid and funny, and I think you guys will have a laugh at the next thing that I'm going to do. What is this? What is this venture doing? Just chilling here, okay? And there we go. Venture destroyed. Let me loot the wreck. Hold a second, a medium torpedo. Was this a battle venture as well? Was this a bait? Was this venture a bait? Or was it just a weird build? Well, we're about to find out. Let me warp out. And let me take a look
Warp
at
drive active.
what I just killed here. Venture 3. Okay. That was definitely a medium torpedo launcher. I'm not really sure if you can fit 3 of them. I think you can, but you need different rigs. Let's just take a look at the build. So 2 lasers and 1 torpedo launcher. Okay, well that's interesting, not gonna lie. Not exactly a battle venture, but it's close to it, I guess. Not exactly a battle venture, but pretty close. So,
Drive
with that
active.
being said, that would be it for today. It was quite a funny run, honestly. Some decent kills, some good kills as well. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe, play safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.
Docking request accepted.